Aquaman.
Well, you're trying to change an avatar, which I'm okay with. You're making a bigger full sprite avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and it's got your logo colors.
is this gonna auto go live again? Yeah, it's just gonna auto go live. Okay, I guess we're live. Then. We're live now.
We're live, folks.
Automatically.
Yo.
Yeah, like I said, I look like a gayer version of Aquaman. I think
I totally didn't make you look gay on purpose.
I know you took my colors of the logo, and you used the brown and the gold and then the blue and.
You are the color of your logo.
You know, I think a black and white would work.
Nah, it's themed.
Okay.
You have to be the color of your logo.
I guess I should.
You should change the color of your logo to purple.
No, I don't want to do that.
Or green.
It has some green.
You should have like lime green and purple.
It's like an aqua green.
I'm going to redo your logo with lime green and purple, and you might love it.
We've already gone through this once, like in 2017 or 18. We went through like 50 Driftwood Gaming logos.
No, but this will be the final iteration.
I doubt it,
The
though.
final iteration. You know, I did a bad job of pretending not to be here.
Oh yeah, well, we haven't done the intro yet, and I guess that doesn't make sense. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined with the beautiful, lovely T.
Hey guys, this is
Hold on, shit. I'm beautiful, lovely T.
Hey guys, this is T from Driftwood Gaming.
So I'm totally here with the T, and she's feeling good. How are you feeling today?
Hey
T?
guys, this is T from Driftwood Gaming.
Yeah, you said that. So tell me how are you? What's going on with you today?
Hey guys, this is T from Driftwood Gaming.
Hey
guys, this is T. Hey guys, this is T. Hey guys.
Okay.
Hey guys. Oh, I sound like a robot.
There we go. That's better.
So I say that corny little line in order to set up the sound before the stream.
Yeah, we have to set our pedals and audio so that it knows where to put the filters and compressors and other stuff.
And it has to be set to me. It has to be set to me because I'm so quiet. If Drifty sets it, then like it makes me like this quiet.
Yeah, it thinks we're both super loud and obnoxious, but it's just me. How's it going, Wrath of Wood, Cloud the Wolf, Skepsis D, Edgar's, Lagsons, Frank Weber, and DVD? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be working on what are we doing, T? The amalgamation.
The amalgamation. We're going to do some more weapons.
Yes.
Weapons.
More sweet, sick, nasty weapons. Some people are showing all of their amazing entries here.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I did the same thing, but it's not the same if you don't show it in full screen with
sound.
With sound, yeah. So
that's why I didn't put a GIF preview
great.
on mine, because I don't want people to watch it without sound.
On the itch page, I did the same.
Yeah.
I want them to have to download it and look at it, not just look at the thumbnail and rate it or something.
I put a video link. I uploaded it on YouTube and put a video link so that people could look at it and hear the sound and not have to download it.
That's
like
pretty
a boss.
Good. That's pretty good. And then I recorded a video and uploaded it.
Yes.
No, I sent it to you to upload on your channel. So we're uploading like a 5-second videos, 20-second videos, and we didn't feel like we wanted to spam the Driftwood Gaming channel with the 5-second videos, so we put it on T's channel. Any of the smaller things, subscribe to T if you want to see all the little tiny videos that we put up.
And I'm putting the tutorials on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta do another one. Next is chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
I have 5 left.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty fast. You're getting them knocked
yeah,
out.
But I had this delusion of grandeur that I would get them all done before the end of the submission deadline, and it's not going to happen.
Entry, which you spent
but
time.
I did though. I did. I made an entry. That actually.
Like you kind of put a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna do all of this. I'm like, maybe you try to do something more reasonable.
I always put a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
I have to have a full plate.
We'll do webcam eventually, and then they'll get some of the dumb jokes we do.
Maybe.
I don't know. It seems so much work.
Webcam is so hard. You gotta like be ready and stuff.
I need to share the stream. I didn't do any sharing today. Let's share.
Share the stream. Yeah.
Share the stream. Share the stream.
I'm having a bug issue with Effectseer not saving the random sprite color. Wrath of Wood. What version do you have? I've seen that some people that downloaded the H version, the newest one, are having some issues. So try rolling back to the G version if you don't already have that. It might fix it.
SRD said that Super Metroid is a Sonic game because you can turn it into a ball and sometimes have to run at super speeds to unlock secrets. I mean,
sure,
that's very sound. I can't argue with that. That's accurate. So Super Metroid has got to be my favorite Sonic game. Yeah, SNES, the Super Metroid.
Are you doing the random sprite color in the... Hold on, let me open it so I can give you the right name of the window. Talking to Wrath of Wood, by the way.
And I'm going to copy this link and do it.
Are you setting the random color in the render settings box? Window box? Are you doing it there?
So I spent a little bit longer remaking this title, the thumbnail, and I'm like, at the end I'm like, now it's less legible.
Now it looks worse.
I made it worse after 15 minutes. Okay.
That happens.
Tomorrow we'll do better.
What are you going to do?
We'll do better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next thing, chapter 9.
Check out that thumbnail.
I know.
This is a blast from the past.
We were laughing at that earlier.
Oh my god.
Your avatar, it's come such a long way.
This was made by Nizamu. I paid him $5 to make this.
Yep.
And then Archaea made this one for free. I was like, Shiku. Shiku. Oh, Tony, my dude, Tony Floyd, has a really cool application on Steam called the Universal Character Generator. I'm just going to plug it real quick because
Tony's your dude.
Tony's awesome. And Universal Character Generator. So on Steam, I think it needs a new thumbnail. To be honest, it needs to have a better thumbnail, Tony. But I like the video. You got a video, and then you got some pictures showing off like the interface, and that's good. That's good. Maybe add another video, a couple minute video of somebody just talking and using it. Like, make it more casual. Less like, you can keep this one, right? Keep it up there as the bumper, and then the second video could be a more casual 5-10 minute video of somebody using it and making something, like a quick tutorial, because if they learn and they feel invested, right? So give them a quick tutorial like right as soon as they're looking at it, so they already know how to use it. They feel like they've got this investment bias. And then I don't know how you're doing your sales. The price seems fair. $13 doesn't seem like that much. Nice little application. Not a lot of reviews, only 5.
Maybe, Wrath, are you absolutely positively sure that you're saving it before you close it? After you make that setting? Are you recording it in some way?
But if you need a character generator that's not chibi, you can do that here in the Universal Character Generator, which we might look into when it comes time to do MZ. I'm going to use the generator, but I'm either going to use the generator and a Photoshop script to like de-stretchify them or de-chibify them, or I'm going to get Universal Character Generator or something like this, and stretch them out, and make like the bases, and then so I just use this as the generator.
Yeah.
Put in my own parts and whatnot. But yep, so that's the thing there. Just wanted to say we love you, Tony, and good job with your software.
Yeah. So let's add some weapons to some peeps.
I'm going to grab some everything to make sure we're up to date. I don't think we're... Nope, that was it.
Yep.
We got everything. You know, I think the MZ hype has squashed the amalgamation a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Plus the frequency of live streams where we're mainly doing this, and the lax, chill nature. It's kind of a slow, very slow process, isn't it? As we would expect it to be. When you try to coordinate a lot of people, you end up spending a lot of time just...
And build a game 1 hour a day.
Yeah, working on it only like an hour a day.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and open another instance of MV. And I'm going to open up our amalgamation project. How are you guys feeling today? Anything exciting going on?
Wrath of Wood, I would suggest that you go to their Discord. Look for the Effectsier Discord and ask them there, because that sounds like a bug to me. I've never had an issue like that.
No, it totally has bugs, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
I've found a few bugs already.
Yeah, it does.
Damian Floyd was talking about another bug where if you're playing the animation when you're trying to move nodes, like copy-paste nodes around, you'll crash quite often. So you have to stop your animation if you're going to move your nodes around. There's several things like that. I don't need this NPC anymore, right? Yeah, because this was our randomizer before. This was our shit randomizer, our quick, fast and dirty way to give away something. But we have Vino's amazing contest machine now, so we don't need my little dumb script call. Okay. When Sonic and Metroid use their abilities, then P is technically stored in the balls. Everyone knows this, Aether Games. Skepsis D is messing around with 3D models and textures and effects here.
Wow, cool. How's that going?
Skepsis says he wants more effects here live streams. We were talking about that, and my consensus was it's okay to throw some effects here in, like I throw in a little bit of Photoshop stuff, a little bit of other applications, Ace Bright and Audacity, and so it wouldn't be very far from our normal to throw in other software applications, like maybe a day where we look at Cakewalk. We look at some digital audio workstations for a few minutes that day or half the stream or something. $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, "Guess who's back?" And I'm going hard on my MV project.
Oh,
yeah, boy,
Corey's back.
Awesome.
What's up, Corey? How's life been treating you?
It's good to see you back, Corey. How have you been?
Did you decide where you're going to move yet?
Have you found a location? We're also looking at different locations for different reasons and stuff. We drove out to a place yesterday.
It was awful.
It looked really bad, man. Like we were looking at it, we're like, that's dirt cheap. My first thing is, what's wrong with it? Yeah. Right. So for the price we went out there, it was like really, really cheap. We'll just stay away from the numbers of everything. But we went out there and it was like on the side. It had a creek in the backyard, but
which is nice.
Which was nice. But it was like there was no yard. It was just like a side of a hill. There was a little bit of front, and it was not maintained. And
yeah,
like
the roof looked like it was caving in.
Like we would have to rebuild the roof, and we'd have to completely tear off the roof and rebuild it. So we're looking for something that's a little more turnkey. Yeah. We don't own a house, but we want to. Yes. We eventually want to own a house.
We're thinking about it, looking into it. Yeah. Never thought I'd own a house, to be honest.
No, if you would have mentioned owning a house to me even a couple years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, it'd be nice, but it probably won't happen to me. Like, yeah. I never,
just out of reach, completely out of reach.
Right, yeah. This is like, not that I'm living paycheck to paycheck, because I have before. It's awful, and I don't, if you can find a way to budget yearly, you should budget yearly. And now we yearly budget, and we don't, we're not starving, you know what I mean? Like we're doing all right, but we still don't have a ton of money to buy property or anything like that.
Yeah, no, not a lot at all. Actually, we're looking at very low price houses.
We had some tax money saved up from when you got all these kids, you get a bonus at the end of the year for also earned income credit and
Barrel Claw, we rent a house right now.
Yeah, we've been renting for a while.
It's a really nice house, actually.
And
the places that we look at and that are in our price range are a lot worse than the house that we're renting right now.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's why I don't want to jump into one, because the place I'm renting is pretty nice compared to what I could afford to buy. So, yeah. So hopefully you found something nice too, Corey. What state are you thinking about living in? Because I know you're a mover. You move around a lot. You're a driver, and settling down might be real tough. You got to think about the right place to go and do that.
Fun fact, my uncle drove a van around the country for 10 years. He didn't have a house. He just lived in a van.
Hey, some people can do that sort of life. You know? Some people can't. Some people can. And
then he met a girl who had some kids, and one of them was an infant, and they moved in together, and they raised the kids together, and they've been together ever since.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get to adding some weapons into the game here. Starting from the top, I'm going to just go down, and anybody who has got face, character, and battler images customized yet doesn't have a weapon will be given a weapon today. Well, we're going to try to do as many as possible. They have to have all three. Like right here for ACOS, you need to send me a battler. Send me a stick figure battler. Open up one of the Herald fighting ones, and then on a new layer, draw a stick figure like the way that Herald looks, but draw it custom your own, and then delete the Herald layer. And then booyah, you have a stick figure battler. Easy, right? Easy.
Warp Enigma, what's your name on itch?
Turn on the grid if you have to.
So I can tell you if I see your submission. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
$20 super chat from Corey Davis. He says, it's straight been at this shipper for almost 7 hours now, and I got a great...
Go half on a mansion. I couldn't even pay for a bathroom in a mansion.
Go half on a mansion. You get one half and I take the other half, although I won't be around for months at a time. Hey, that sounds great. I don't know how we're going to pay the electric heat a mansion.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, we were looking at houses, and some are really good deals, like foreclosures. Have like a lot of land, a big house, a nice garage, whatever.
But then the taxes on it.
The taxes are too much. Right. So like you can't even own a nice house if you don't have a high enough income, because the taxes are too much.
If you want to own property and land, you got to have the money just to keep it, just to have it. You got to pay the government to have it. You become
what they call house poor. You have a nice house, but not enough money to keep it up.
Right. Yeah. You have just enough to live. And like barely live. Just get by, really. Mm-hmm. We don't want to just get by. We want to live. You know what I'm saying? We want to move into a place, fix it up, and prosper. And it doesn't have to be a mansion. We're not looking for a mansion. We would like more space than we've got, but we do have a big backyard,
the thing that would make me happy,
a basement, a 2-car garage, and then the house is only like 1,200 square foot or 1,100, something like that. It's kind of a small 3-bedroom.
My dream house would be, it doesn't have to be a big house, enough room for us, obviously, but not a big yard, a small yard, plenty of woods, a creek on the property, like. That would be awesome.
Well, there's a lot of that around here.
Rural, in a wooded area, away from city.
There's a whole lot of that around here. Mm-hmm. You can find that if you might have to travel an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, but you can find that. It's just finding that while also keeping a good internet connection is the challenge.
Yes, that is the challenge.
If you don't have a good internet connection, then you might as well call it not worth living in. I
don't know if it's that bad.
It's that bad.
It's not. It's not that bad.
If I don't have an upload and I can't connect to my peoples here on a daily basis, then I don't know if it's worth living at that point.
That's too funny. Warp Enigma, I'm not seeing your entry, so I don't know if you have to make it public. You have to publish it and make it public in order for people to see it. Oddly, you can enter. Gosh, I can say the word enter, I swear. You can enter the contest and keep your entry private, which I don't see how that's even like.
You have to make a new creature and call it, it'll have like antennas, call it an anter.
Mm-hmm. Not Wrath of Wood, sorry, Warp Enigma.
She's like, shut up. Just tell me to shut up.
No, I would never do that. That's
all right,
rude.
Stephen Partridge, you're up. We're gonna. So he says he's a tank here. Well, I defaulted him to tank.
Oh, I see it now, Warp.
I'm gonna make you back deeps. You're gonna be doing stuff from the back. Giggity.
Gosh.
We're gonna call Steve P's P gun.
Steve P's P gun?
Yeah. It's plasma. It stands for plasma. What are you guys talking about? It's a plasma gun. Look.
Yep. It's a plasma
Then why
gun.
did you spell it P? Shut up. It's called the P gun like that. The P stands for plasma. Duh. You've got a dirty mind. Shame.
Low property taxes in West Virginia.
I don't want to go to West Virginia.
Neither do I, but there's low property taxes.
That's good.
It's Corey
So is
Davis
Kansas,
sent a
too.
$5 super chat, and he said, "I don't know what state I live in. Most places have huge property taxes, so I don't know yet." And that's a good thing to consider, because you could pay less for your mortgage than you pay for your property taxes by a lot.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the $5, Corey Davis. Yeah, I mean, at first, like, as a younger person, since I'd lived in California most of my life, I would, like, if you asked me then, I would say I would definitely want to live in California. But now that I've moved to New York, I don't want to live in California. The only thing I like California is because my family lives. I have family there, you know.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for, like, all my family there, I wouldn't really have any interest in being in California. I do want to go back to visit because I have family there. But, like, besides that, I don't know if I would want to live in California. I've lived there long enough. There's nothing particularly great about it. It's super hot. I mean, in certain areas the weather's beautiful all the year round, so that's a big attractor.
Yeah.
But it's so expensive.
It's very expensive there.
I lived in Orange County, and I've lived around San Diego, and farther south as well, like closer to the border. How do you like the New York weather, though? New York is the opposite. It's a bitch in the other way, right? Because in the winters, it's just like, if you have a long,
snowy.
If you have a long driveway, Giggity, then you're going to spend a lot of time just shoveling snow on a regular basis if you plan to get out of your driveway. So, it's a pain in the ass, and I hate it. However, I usually stay home most of the time anyway. But, like, when we have a baby, I have to keep the driveway clear in case there's an emergency. We got to be able to get out, like, boom. And we have 2 vehicles. It's a shame we can't leave the house just because the driveway's got snow. So it turns into just doing a lot of shoveling snow, which you don't have to do in California typically. The Northern California you did, but I never really been to Northern California. I've always been in the middle and southern part of California.
Ironically, though, all my life I've been saying I was going to move to California. I remember when I was very young, I'd watch The Price is Right. And I watched The Price is Right so much, I could win both prizes at the end a lot of times. I knew the prices of everything in California. But I used to say, as soon as I turn 18, I'm going to California and I'm going to get on The Price is Right.
Did you?
No.
No.
And then, again, later on, I was looking for jobs in California. Like, seriously, I was looking for jobs in places because I wanted to move out to San Diego.
You were on a show, though, right? You were.
I was.
It was in New York.
I was in the audience of the Maury Povich show.
You were.
When I was 16.
You were on Maury.
I was on. Well, yeah, they did pan in on me at one point because it was my ex that was the subject on the stage.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about any of those details?
Oh, well, I mean, I was 16, right? So we get a call from the Maury Povich show, and they're like, "Hey, you want to come down and take a paternity test?" Because he was being accused of being the father of somebody else's kid.
This is great.
Yeah, and we're thinking, man, a free trip down to Manhattan, and The thing is in New York, I don't know how it goes in other states, but if you're accused of being the dad of a child, and they put your name on the birth certificate, you have to pay for a paternity test to prove that you're not.
Right.
And back then they were really expensive. They were like $800. Now you could get one for like $100. Not a big deal. But back then they were pretty expensive. So we were like, yeah, let's do it. And it was an interesting thing. They put us on this tiny little plane. It wasn't as small as the little itty bitty plane we took recently.
The little Cessna.
Yeah, but it was kind of like a small bus with wings.
Right.
And
we got a $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, I can't stand Cali, and I got to go light on the super chats because of the bank. Yeah, no worries,
Corey,
man.
No worries.
Don't have them shut your shit off again. That's so annoying. You have to call them and deal with that stuff.
Yeah, so anyways, we went down there. They put us in a limo and brought us to the New Yorker, I think. And I imagined the hotel would be nice. It was not. It was bleh, gross. But anyways, they gave us money to go out on the town and eat dinner. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe restaurant, and it was awful. It was terrible. One of the worst places I've ever eaten in my life.
Big shout outs.
New Yorker hotel stunk. Hard Rock Cafe restaurant stunk.
Bad.
But it was an interesting thing. We went to the show the next day, and they put a bunch of makeup on you. It makes you look like an Oompa Loompa. Mm-hmm. Like, you look at each other and can't help but laugh because you legit look like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
But apparently
the orange is better for the camera.
Yeah, it looks better on the camera. They're like, I know it looks ridiculous, but don't wipe it off because you're going to look stupid on the camera if you do. Mm-hmm. So there's that. And then at the beginning of the show, they're like, how angry are you about this? Do you like this girl? You hate this girl? And they're like trying to pump you up to get you to yell. They were telling me, sitting in the audience, they're telling me I should yell at the girl saying that my ex
they want a good show.
Yeah, they wanted me to yell at her from the audience, and I'm like, sure. Mm-hmm. I obviously did not yell
They're
at her.
They're professional instigators.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They rev you up. That's why people get on there and they lose their shit, because they get all amped up. The whole...
They do. They amp you up. They're like, that was super dirty. They did you wrong. And like, they
probably
get you mad.
Put like meth in the water they give you just so you trip out.
Who knows? But then at the beginning of the show, the funny thing is there's two things that really stuck out to me. Everything was dirty. On the TV, it doesn't look dirty, but the rugs were all stained, like the walls were dirty. It just looked raggedy, like filthy. An old trailer. Yeah. And then the other thing that stood out to me was at the beginning of the show, to get the audience pumped up, they played dance music, like rave music, and Maury and the audience were like dancing on the stage together to rave music.
It's just to like get everyone excited and ready.
Yeah.
Get the blood pumping.
It was an interesting experience. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I wasn't on the stage too.
You get a story out of it.
Yeah, Toronto. If I could tell you what it was or how to find it, I would. I would find it myself and watch it again, because they said that they'd send a tape of it, and they never did. And so I never actually got to see the episode. Or no, I did once. Somebody found it and showed me years ago. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, T. I've heard this. I've heard most of this already, but I find it fun to talk about it again when we have people listening as well. It's not just you and I.
Yeah. It was an interesting experience. If I could go back and decide whether to do it again, I would. It's worth it. It's worth going to the audience of a talk show at least once. It's fun.
I don't know what to give Kay's aim in, so I'm going to give him a boomerang.
Cool.
It's going to look like a moon, though. I'm going to call it a moonerang.
A moonerang?
Yeah. It's a moonerang. A moonerang.
Moonerang.
It's like a boomerang. But better. But different. But different. Okay. It's going to be, I guess.
I forgot one part of the story.
Okay.
You know what kept me from going on stage? Because they would have put me on stage.
What's that?
I had this massive lump on my neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a couple weeks before, I had what was called a bronchial cyst. And what that is when you're in the womb developing as a baby, your bronchi are like kind of floating all over your body, like they're everywhere, and they coalesce into the lung area and become the bronchi of your lungs. But sometimes they don't all coalesce, and there's one left here or there throughout your body, and it's actually pretty common. And apparently I had one that led from my mouth to my neck, and so when I swallowed, eventually it started, like, it got infected because a little spit got in there.
Oh no.
And I had like a big bulge on the side of my neck.
Wow.
And so
gross.
when it was totally gross. So I got it drained once. That was really fun. But I went to the Maury show and didn't think to tell them that I had that thing on my neck, and they were like mad at me,
right?
Because they wanted me to be up on the stage,
yeah.
And they couldn't get me up there. They were like, "You should have told us beforehand. We would have gotten you medical attention, and you would look fine for the show." Like they'll give you dentures if you tell them that your teeth are crooked. They'll give you veneers. If you have any like cosmetic issues, you let them know, and they'll pay for it to be fixed before you go on the show.
One thing that you quickly find out is they got money.
Yes, they have money. Lots of money.
And they spend money.
So it was bad having a big old lump on my neck, but it saved me from being on the stage of the Maury show, so it was really a blessing.
You got to be there and experience it, but not become like the center.
A spectacle.
Right.
Yeah.
The laughing stock. Yeah, on Springer they would have pumped you up for a brawl, and they'd have been like, "You need to hit him, bro. You need to hit him. Like, if this was mine, if it was me in your situation,
Yeah, yeah.
I would hit him, bro."
They probably do give him drugs on that show.
Yeah, here, have a drink of this water. It's just one normal water. It's just, crystal Pepsi water, crystal meth water. I mean, just water, regular water. Have some, and then punch him, bro. That's pretty wild. Okay, I made K Zayman a boomerang while we were talking. Of course, it's called a bow. I made it a bow, so he's front bowman. Look, it doesn't. We don't need to worry about all these rules, regulations right now. What we need to do in the amalgamation is progress. We need to do that progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do that progress.
It's my show as a chicken. What kind of weapon are we going to give It's My Show as a chicken?
Oh, what would a chicken
It's definitely
use?
a tank.
A talon.
A talon.
Yeah. Chickens use talons to attack.
Okay.
They have a weapon. And
Okay, let me look at an icon and maybe something will inspire me.
That boomerang kind of looked like a talon.
Nah, that's a moon plus we just used.
I know.
My kick and snare buttons aren't working. I don't know why.
It's broken.
It's broke. Like it just doesn't.
Oh, these kind of look talony. Look at, if you use your imagination. See? Look at this.
I just turned it off because it doesn't seem to work anymore. I don't know how to use my own thing.
That
purple?
Why
purple? Oh, just because you went to purple.
Oh, yeah, well, of course. Purple.
Red. Let's go with a bone claw colored.
Okay.
It's metallic. We're going to call it a Robo Talon.
Yeah.
And it's technically going to be a dagger. And
Smoothie Boy wants to know if he's on the list. I think you are.
Blood weapon.
I think he is.
It's a bloody mess. Don't mess with this cock. Or you'll get the Robo Talon. And then at the end it's like, it's a bloody mess.
Edgar's, I don't think we're going to implement the Final Fantasy VII materia system. I don't think that's in our plans.
Yeah, probably not. We'll see, though. It's a bloody... Oh, I spit all over the mic.
Good job. Good job.
It was a good one, though. It was really wet.
Yummy.
Okay, Robo Talon goes to... Oh, no. No. It's got to be It's My Show's Robo Talon.
Why?
For OCD's sake.
Oh.
Because the character's name is It's My Show.
Oh, I didn't know that the character's name was that. That was confusing to me.
It is confusing. I get it. It's My Show's Robo Talon. Let's just call it Show's Robo Talon.
That's better. I like that better.
All right, me too. It's agreed. It's agreed. We need to give him the usage of a dagger. Nawis will be the next contestant on Your Price is Wrong.
I could have won The Price is Right when I was 10.
I'm going to make a TV show. It's going to be called, but it's going to be on YouTube, so it's going to be a YouTube TV show. And it's going to be called Your Price is Wrong with host Ivan. We're going to get the Game Grumps and have Dan and Aaron, and they're going to be, they're going to be two hosts. They're both hosts. And then T and I are going to be contestants. And then, but Aaron's only going to be Ivan. He can only be Ivan the whole show.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to ask them to do it.
and they're going to say yes?
And in my dreams, they say yes. So what weapon are we going to give Nawis?
Oh, Nawis.
He's a
he should
floating
get like
head
a lightning bolt. You know, like electricity should flow from his head.
I like it. No, that's good. So Nawis's bolt?
Yeah, bolt.
Shocking aura.
Something like that.
Nawis's shocking grasp. The funny thing is you can't really grasp his head. Okay, it's shocking grasp.
Do you have?
It's gonna be a hand.
Do you have a lightning bolt icon though?
Okay, all right, no.
Look for it.
Yeah, I bet we have a better icon for it. Let's use a better icon.
At the top, I thought you had some element ones.
Yeah, but those are just... I mean, we have all of these.
How about this one? What is that?
That's good. I like it.
That looks like lightning bolts to me.
I like it like that. I guess so. What's the thing? He will grasp you with his mind powers. And what kind of weapon is it? What would you say it is? It's a grasp. Let's say glove.
Sure.
Power glove. I love that it's gonna be a power glove because he's just a floating head in a jar. It doesn't have to make sense. In fact, I pride myself on it not making sense right now. Electric. We need a good electric. Thundaga. I made one and I called it Thundaga. It's good enough. That's what it's gonna be. Hey, Mr. Ninja Freak, Smooth Boy. What's up, guys? My guys. TV is weird. Oh, you're crying? Let's film it. This is good. Yeah, that's TV. There's some YouTube channels like that too, where they just like dramatically overreact to like trailers and shit, and people are like, they are so passionate about what they do. They just get paid to cry. Like let's call it what it is, right? They're paid criers. They get paid like $30-$40, and I've seen them. There's several of them. Some of them are really good actors, and they watch like this horseshit trailer that certain audiences like, and they just react to it, and they really react to it. You know what I'm saying? And there's tears, and there's all kinds of snot and shit happening, and they're like, "Thank you, please back us on Patreon," and then that's their shit. That's their thing, you know. They cry and overreact to video trailers. You can do anything on the internet for money, guys. You can do anything on the internet for money, just about. It's crazy. Go to Fiverr and make an account and just be like, I'll make you a spreadsheet for $5, and you'll have someone who will ask you to do it. Mm-hmm. Someone will be like, hey, I don't know how to do spreadsheets. Can you make it for me? And you'd be like, yeah, but this one's a $10 package. I offer the $29 package too, if you would like all of your taxes done too. And then you can just continue on. And then there, next thing you know, you have a whole industry of people working for you. And then they all have to have, sorry, never mind. I was trying to freestyle, but I was off on one.
Where are we?
Corey Davis says, I got a question. What's up, Corey? Let's hear it. Because I'm just making stuff up at this point. Weapon, please. Okay. All right, smooth boy. We're getting back to weapons. Weapons. He needs a weapon. Let's give him his... What did we call it? A glove, right? So he has to have access to gloves. Equip gloves. What if we made a TV? All right, never mind. Let me just work. Just go to work. Fiverr freelancers are the weirdest people, seriously. They're from all over the country. All over the world. They're all over the world. What I meant to say is they're from all countries. Where are some possible places you guys want to move to? Well, I would like to stay in New York, because here's the thing. Look, every time you have to switch states, you have to do so many things. Like, you have to DMV, so much time is consumed in the DMV, and then so when I had to take my California license, I had just renewed my California license too, which was another pissed thing that made me like, oh. And then I went to New York, and then I had to get an advanced license, and
his birth certificate wasn't good enough, so
and my birth certificate was so destroyed and beat up that we had to have a new one made. So it was like $50 and then $20 to ship it. It was a $70 fee there, and like, now it was just like all these hassles. So we went to the DMV, and then we waited in line for an hour, and they told us you can't do shit. You have to get a new copy. So you have to do paperwork, and we just want to stay in New York.
Yeah, pretty much.
We just want to stay in New York at this point. We will move if we like had to, or we had like a great offer deal somewhere. But there's so many good things in New York. People hear New York and they think New York City, right? That's all they think. Big cities. But like you do have that, right? But you also have lots of like country areas, like nice, like...
Nice.
America hamburger, nice. Nice.
No, New York is nice. It's got high property taxes, though.
Where would you like to live, Corey? Possible places? I don't want to live, I guess, in like...
The city.
Any big city.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in like any trailer park or any like apartment complex.
Yeah.
I would like a small plot with like 1 to 5 acres, maybe not that much even, just like 1 to 5 acres, something small. Even 1 acre is good. Like that's legit for like what I would practically be doing. Vino with a $2 super chat saying, I vouch that NY State is amazing. I'll never leave. Plus, I like Cuomo. I think he's doing a good job as governor, and I know that in other other states, they might as well be countries. Forget it. Forget about it. That, they're not done as well as Cuomo's doing. That's my opinion. I stay out of politics. I just say I like New York for whatever reasons. I would like to stay in New York for sure.
Yeah, New York's pretty good. Can't complain. You pay more to live here, but you also it's just a better state.
You don't though. That's the thing. You don't always pay more to live here.
Not more than California.
You pay different amounts for different areas,
yeah.
and over the. Like every state will have expensive areas and cheaper areas. Some states have a lot of cheaper areas if it's just flat land and nothing, but you can get a lot of land in like a 100-year-old building for like dirt cheap, 20,000, 30,000, But it's out in the middle of nowhere, no internet, nothing. There's no people, there's nothing. There's like no civilization, essentially. We want to be on the outskirts of civilization. Maybe we definitely don't want to be off grid somewhere. I don't want to live like a hobo somewhere. I would like to be connected to everything that I need to be connected, especially good internet. But I want to live pretty much like the edge of a town.
Yeah.
Like off the town. Without a lot of close neighbors. Another question, I'm using a gun and I can't get it to show a gun when I shoot, and I don't know where I would like to live at, but I know I would like to have a stream in my front lawn to go out and smoke near it. Yeah, I think a stream in the backyard or in the front would be like a good bonus. Moving water, like, are you kidding me? That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I would love that.
Corey.
Especially some of them are stocked. Some of them are stocked with trout and other fish.
Yeah. I think what you mean is he wants the weapon to be shown. You have to put it on your weapon sheet. Did you go into system and change the graphic on your weapon sheet?
Using a gun, and you can't get it to show a gun when you shoot. So first thing I would like you to check is on the weapon, did you select the weapon type of gun? If so, go to system and go down to gun and select on gun and make sure that the image for gun is set to gun. Also, the motion is set to missile. After you've done that, and if it still doesn't work, I would suggest trying to use a plugin, Yanfly's weapon animation plugin. It'll replace the weapon that shows up. I'm using it here in this project as well, and all you'll have to do for that to happen is put your weapon animation plugin in the JS plugins folder. Make a new folder inside the IMG called weapons, and then put in PNG files. Don't know how to do that, and I got it as a gun. You don't know how to do...
Oh, changing the graphics. Is it a different graphic? Because if you... Hold on a second.
Okay.
If you're trying to do
He's
graphics,
responding to you, but I'm giving like different instructions. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to hold up a minute, and then I'll wait for a specific question again. If you've... Yeah.
I think I did a tutorial on weapon sheets, but I'm not sure.
It's very easy. You put in a plugin for it, use weapon animation, and then inside game open folder, IMG, you add a weapons folder, and then your weapons PNGs go in here, and they have a specific format. They're 3 frames, and you can make them any size you want, I believe, as long as you reference the name. So when you reference it, you don't use the .png. You would just use the name. Let me press Control and gosh darn it, I want to get the biggest picture. Here we go. So I've got like dagger, compactor, a gun, syringe, buster sword, and this pus sack. But if I wanted to put them on a weapon, I would copy the name, not using the .png extension, and using a plugin on the weapon itself. For in the note tags, you're going to use let me find it, weapon image, and then you just put in a colon, a space, and you put in the name of that. You put in the name of that PNG that's in the IMG weapons folder. So you on your gun, you just do weapon image, name of your PNG, name of file goes here, excluding the .png. So if we wanted the pus sack, we would just paste that one in there, and we put the pus sack, and then it would replace the animation that's used in here in the attack motions with a custom one based on a PNG. So that's how I would go about doing it. That's the best way to do it, I think, because it's easy. If you have a custom one, if you just want it to be the regular gun, just go in here and double click and make sure the gun is set to gun image, and that's it. If it still doesn't work, then you may have messed up a file inside of the system, which would be IMG system. Which one is it? Weapons. Inside your weapons. So it's in one of these PNGs.
Super nerdy, we're using FSM tile sets in default, so you could use either of those.
So here's the weapons. And this is the gun. So if you have gun selected, it will be using this, this, and this. So you can change this file to change it, but you don't have to. Excuse me. So this is to drift to make it show a gun. When using a skill, I would have to make an animation in the skill itself to see it. Wait. To make it show a gun when using a skill. Oh, I see. When using a skill, not just using the attack weapon. I would have to make an animation in the skill itself to see it then, right? No, you don't. If the character is holding a gun, there's some code that you can put in your action sequence. Let me minimize. Please bear with me while I can find. What is it called? Syntax. Show S. Let's alphabetical. So let's go to S. Maybe it's show something like show. Here's sound effect TP. No. I'll find it. You would use user for sure. Motion. Here we go. It's a motion. So if they're using an attack, you're going to use motion attack, and that will pull out his gun if he's using a gun. Okay, so if you're using a skill and you want it to show the gun when you do that skill, you have to do motion attack in the action sequence. So you would type out motion space attack : user. So that would make it so that the user motions that they're doing a basic attack. If they're holding a gun, it'll show the gun if the gun is identified as a gun in the system. Or if it has a different, I believe the motion attack will also take into consideration what weapon animation you put in if you've given it a custom one. Does that answer your question? You would use motion attack : user somewhere in your action sequence to show the gun if they're using a gun. If they're not using a gun, you can just put it in an animation and show an animation. Yeah, you could do that. Your animations are coming along nicely. That's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention there's only one day left, like 24 hours left of the contest. So if you want to put a submission in, get it in there. Get it in there.
That's what she said.
1 day and 8 minutes.
Let's refresh. Where
Almost
are we at?
Exactly 24 hours.
We have 52 people who have joined us with 47 entries into the competition with only 1 day and 8 minutes remaining. Are you going to be the one who wows us in the ultimate effectsy or animation contest sponsored by Dejica?
Yeah, are
Brought to you by Driftwood Gaming.
So next week we're going to be looking at entries. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be entry looking week.
Yes, very slowly, patiently.
Yep.
I don't want to blow through all of them in one day.
No,
I want to savor the experience.
We're going to spread it out.
That's what she said.
How many games did we get for the last one? I can't remember.
Games?
Wasn't it like 50?
We did the 5-minute thing. It was like 40 games. No. Yeah, it wasn't the 5-minute. It was
It was something else. Now I have to look.
Well, it was the 580J.
No, the fifth annual.
I knew it had a 5 in it. Too many jams.
We know our own game jams. Where is it? Harbor City Hostage was one of them.
We had 40? 30 games? 40 games?
40 entries.
Yeah.
Yep.
40 games. So, wow. So people are more intimidated. Well, only slightly. Okay. I thought, the idea of making an entire game would be more intimidating than just making an animation in a software.
Yeah.
So what I've learned from the crowd, I guess, interacting over this couple weeks is people are very intimidated by this new software. Mm-hmm. They don't need to be.
No, because it's pretty
simple.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really clean and easy to use. It still has some bugs, but they're not like really awful.
No.
They're not like, going to ruin the experience.
Plus, it's young and it's open source, so those bugs are going to get smoothed out and more features will be added.
MIT licensed, so anyone who knows how to use it can pick it up, look at the code, improve it, put it back down for everyone else to have another, improvement. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
get those entries in, people.
Get your entries in so that you can win, and just enhance the future of RPG Maker games because they're going to have more animations to choose from. I've been messing with Cakewalk. I want to talk about this for the last few minutes. We made some weapons. We did some tutorial stuff. We talked about the contest. I have a few minutes left. We could mess around in effects here a little bit if we want to, if we have time. But I also want to...
Smoothie Boy, the prize is a copy of MZ. And second place prize is 2 unannounced DLCs, and third place is one unannounced DLC.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of ask the audience how much they care about like a digital audio workstation thing. Like, do you guys want to see me make music? Or would you rather I just post the music afterwards? Did you guys? I don't know.
Is there any interest?
Is there any interest? Because I do this for fun, like after the streams a lot. I go into Cakewalk and I just like add a synthesizer. I've added a couple new synthesizers so I haven't even messed around with all of them yet. But like, which one is this one? I suppose I should pause the music. So I kind of I load these plugins inside of Cakewalk. Yeah, honey?
Did you already see Corey's question? Instead of 50 seconds or so behind, you guys said motion target user?
Motion attack user. Yeah, so motion space attack space user. And that will make inside the action sequence of the person who's you want to have the gun, right? And so if they're already holding a gun, it will show a gun when they do that skill, right? Because it's motion, it's giving them their attack motion. But if they're holding a sword, then it's going to show the sword. So if you want to show a gun but have them not be holding a gun, you have to draw that as an animation, or not draw, but copy that gun sprite into an animation and then put that in the animations folder, right? So I kind of mess around and record miscellaneous crap. Sometimes it turns into something that I can share. Most of the time it doesn't. It just turns into it's like a little offbeat somewhere, and I don't want to go in and clean it up, and I just start over. So I look at it as a lot of practice. But if it's something that you guys will put up with, maybe 10 minutes every now and then, I would like to do that too.
That was cool. I like that.
I got off beat in the center, but
but you can fix it.
The good thing about it is you can quantize what was the fastest and so that's very easy to quantize that. So what I'll do is I'll just select the track and quantize that, and I don't even need to quantize to 16th. I'll just quantize to 8th notes. And then it doesn't auto fix everything, but if you're off just by a little bit, it brings you onto the beat. So then I can play it back. I was holding it the whole time, but apparently,
it only recorded
the click.
Oh, that stinks.
But because it's MIDI data, it records. The quantize did it worse.
Yeah,
right?
no, that messed it up.
Let me undo the quantize. Let me play it back.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, but it's still not right, and you would want to quantize it, and you got to get your quantize right. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the times, that's why I throw it away, because it's just not quantized perfectly. You know, it's got to be perfectly on the beat, or it's not gonna do anything anywhere. No one's gonna care. It's got to sound good and interesting, and meet the mood for whatever you're supposed to do. But then at the same time, I think it's a good idea to try to. Can you turn it up a little? Can you? Oh, they can't hear it.
Yeah, you might want to turn it up a little.
Huh. Okay. Volume mixer. I have that. Oh, it's I have it turned down over here. That's right. I can bring it up 5 decibels there. Let's pretend it's on the beat, and I'm gonna move on because this probably won't be one I just share. It'll just be like another practice little one. Mm-hmm. But I have a lot of these, and some of them can turn into like little transitional. Like you make a cutscene in your game, and it's it's going to be like a 10-20 second cutscene. You can have a custom piece of music just for that, and it doesn't have to be really good piece of music. It could just be a custom piece of music, as long as it kind of the mood fits. And the sound kind of goes with it, then it'll help a cutscene translate into an emotion for the player if it has a piece of music that they haven't been spammed with a million times, even if it's a little jank, right? It'll add character. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So let me just add another. I guess I want to add some drums. So let me add another little MIDI track, and we'll get this. So a VST, if you guys have never heard of a VST, it stands for Virtual Studio Technology. And it's essentially like a plugin. If you think of Cakewalk, which is this digital audio workstation, as RPG Maker MV, that's the engine, right? And then you can think of Yanfly's plugins. Those are plugins. So those are like the VSTs of RPG Maker. So inside of these digital audio workstations, or DAWs, we have these virtual studio technologies, or VSTs, and those are the plugins. So I look on the internet to find cool plugins. There's a lot of paid ones, just like plugins for RPG Maker MZ, but there's a lot of free ones too. And so you find them, you plug them in, you put them in the right folder. I got to find the right octave. Okay, so I'm in the right octave here. This was made for a 2 octave, or even 1 octave. These kind of sound good together. ERS drums. Ooh, that's got a nice rumble to it. Okay, that would sound good on like a sub. Let's go with this one. It is kind of quiet. I don't know how to bring it up too much. Maybe I can go here and select the volume of the click. So let's say instead of -3, let's have the high beat on 3 and then the low beat on 2.5 decibels. Did I actually change it, or did I close it? I did change it. Okay, good. So I'll hear the click a little bit louder, but I'm following a click and a slightly offbeat piano for this one, so it's going to sound a little bit different, and it's going to be a mess probably. All right. No. It's really bad. It's really bad. So at this point, I would probably scrap one of these things and try to make a hi-hat, just because the hi-hat is going to help me stay on beat, because I'll hear my own hi-hat. $10 super chat from Corey Davis saying, "Bet boy, it works son. Now it looks like I'm shooting, not bringing something from the ether, and I can't use anything.
Any other?
And
music
I can't
maker?
use any other music maker other than Fruity Loops. No homo. We were looking at that just yesterday. Do you recommend getting Fruity Loops? Because I've been using Cakewalk. Have you tried this one? It has been free. The reason why I've been using it is because it's free. The pain in the ass process is they make you like set up an account and then activate it, and like you don't have to pay. You just gotta like log in and go to their website and like click on their thing and download their other software. And it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it has been completely free. But I've heard multiple people say that Fruity Loops is really good, and they just use that. So you're not the first person who's told me that. So I'm thinking, should I just drop a Benjamin on it and get a license for like the basic thing, or the $120 package or $30 package that offers like a bunch of VSTs with it? I would probably go for the VST package if it's only like $20-$30 more. So Wrath of Wood says he used Fruity Loops. And Vino says you use Fruity Loops, but you suck with it. Well, obviously I'm gonna suck with it too. I don't know how to use Fruity Loops. It's a DAW, and I've used a bunch of digital audio workstations for like the last 15 years, so I'm sure I could figure it out. Like 20 years even. I remember using Cakewalk when it was like version 6 or 7. I remember buying version 8 point something. Sonar, Roland bought it, and then it was sold to Band Labs. Like, this software's been hawked back and forth from company to company. I've been using it through different companies. Let's undo that recording real quick. Let's mute this little piano track, and let's try to do a hi-hat track. Let me find a good... I want to find a good hi-hat. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's got some rumble to it. Oh, I like it. I just wanted the hi-hat first. So there's really not a lot. Let's just do a hi-hat track. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. I usually just do like 10 bars or so because you can just loop it. I usually cut off the first bar because it's like I'm getting on track. Usually it's not steady, the first bar, from my experience. I could quantize this because it should perfectly quantize if I do it right. Not a groove quantize, but a normal quantize. And this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so we just want a really, really stiff. Well, I guess we're gonna have 50% swing. Right. So that's good right there. Let's add something to it. Let's add some boost to it. We can add some like filtering. So this is essentially like a compressor.
Yeah, Alan, it is Cakewalk.
And this is a limiter. So I'm going to limit it to -1. And then I'm going to boost it to 20. Because hi-hat's really important. People don't understand that. See, just with that, now I can probably record a better... Let me delete this other track. And I could record a better, like, piano thing, right? So let me close this, open this up right here. And get to another sound. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I don't hear anything. What's the deal? Did I? Oh, I muted it. I'm a big smart boy. Whoa, this is weird, man.
That's awesome.
All right, let's go with it. Okay, let's move on and pretend that's not there. New track, insert a soft synth. I like the ERS drums. Let's. I want to do ERS on another track, and you can just stack the same one. But then when it comes to quantizing, it's hard to select different tracks in there. So sometimes it's easier to just, if you don't have a ton of tracks, to just add multiple, even though you're loading the same plugin multiple times. It's not like an MV. If you have the same plugin running twice, it just completely destroys it. This one just gives you another thing, right? I wanna find the one heavy bass.
So Alan, Binding of Isaac. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that game. And the audio is probably only coming from one side because it can only. Does it only come from one side with this?
What?
The audio?
What are you talking about?
Somebody said that it sounds like the audio is only coming from one side.
Nah.
No?
Not right now.
On that thing?
On this?
Yeah. No?
Don't you hear it in both?
Do it again. Yeah, I can hear it from both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's just add some bass.
Oh, yeah. People are saying the volume's too low. They can hardly hear what you're doing. I can help you with that if you unhook me.
Sorry. Why do you want to get unhooked for?
Because I want to hear if this is coming through over the stream.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Thank you.
I don't like that bass line. I'm going to delete it. I was kind of distracted. Maybe I need to do like something that's got a kick and a snare in one. I think that's probably a better approach. Let's find something I can get a snare out of. Where's our hi-hat? All we have is a clap. We can hear your chair more than your music. Aw, F's in the chat.
That's my chair.
So how do I,
Yeah, you can't hear the music at all.
That's my chair. So how do I...
Well, okay, so now I hear the playback. It must be the speaker.
Yeah.
You can't hear the music.
all.
Okay, that's pointless.
Yeah.
We're not really getting anywhere there.
You have to raise the desktop volume or something.
I tried. The thing is, it's at 100%. Okay, so I don't know why.
How about on?
What? On this? This doesn't have any control over that.
Huh.
Squeaky chair. The problem is, it's not coming through the desktop audio. Is it just muted or something?
It looks like it's not coming through at all. Like, you're gonna fix it and it's gonna blast everybody's ears.
No, see, I don't. Okay, like when I play it back. Nah, look. It's like it's not playing. Look over here. You see desktop audio? Mm-hmm. For some reason, I wonder if it's because I have like a digital audio workstation with Streamlabs going up. Like,
It's not playing. Look over here. You see desktop.
You can hear it though.
I can hear a feedback. It's probably from your headphones.
You can hear. I had to turn it up that high to hear the music, but it is coming through just slightly.
Do you think it's coming through from my headphones to this mic? Yeah, because it's not coming up on the desktop audio like it's supposed to. Yeah, so what's happening is you're hearing it from my headphones. I believe it's from the software you're streaming with. You should raise the video there, probably. Well, that's the desktop audio. And the desktop audio, I have it up all the way now. So this is... Okay, hold on. If I were to play this, you see how the desktop audio picks up? Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you can hear this now. So you let me know if you can hear the music playing.
Okay.
From Foobar.
Yeah.
So you hear the music. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you can't hear the... Okay. So inside Cakewalk, it's probably not sending it to OBS. We hear your music player just fine. And you hear the microphone just fine. But you're having a problem getting Cakewalk to send audio to OBS. I wonder if I have to like open Cakewalk first and then open OBS. I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing. It's only this Cakewalk editor, yeah. That's just another reason it's just to buy Fruity Loops about Cakewalk. Oh, let's just show everyone my serial number. That's always fun to do.
What serial number?
For the free software that you can download, and you don't even like need that code was worth nothing really.
Yeah.
Does Cakewalk maybe have an output setup in its options? Let's explore those. I've gone through these several times, but there's a lot to look at really. Output, it's sending to my sound card. Device settings. There we go. Playback and recording. Let's see. Yeah, I was using a different device, a different driver. And I switched it to ASIO because the delay was just incredibly annoying. Outputs. Okay. Let's send to the Motu out as well. So let's see if we send it to the out on the Motu. This is for MIDI though. The Motu doesn't really have anything going for it right now, so I don't think that's going to make it. Like the Motu isn't plugged in with a MIDI cable. I have a MIDI cable plugged in from my X3 Mini into my TC Helion Perform VE, and they got two microphones. It's just a complicated setup. I don't want to go through and list everything that we have in this whole setup. MIDI echo ports. Let's set the Motu as an echo port. Maybe that will have it spit back some audio. I'll know when it's working when I like press a button and I see the desktop audio kick in. So apparently it's still not set up right. Maybe with Fruity Loops. Alan says I haven't used it for years, so I don't think I can help you. So we've changed several outputs to send to the sound device, but none of those have seemed to make any change. MTC outputs, let's set this to this and this, and then MIDI sync outputs, let's set it to this and this. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Okay, well I don't think it did. Display themes. Oh, we have a theme. Mercury. Let's look at the Mercury theme. It's a little brighter. I kind of like the darker one. We'll go back to the tungsten theme. Apply that. Okay. Try the properties. See if you can change the output master of Cakewalk. Not sure if it's possible, as a dedicated channel of Cakewalk to OBS had some issues with the same thing. When streaming to OBS, I wouldn't waste time on that too much. It will stop your creativity, my friend, or slow down. Technical stuff's annoying, but maybe it'll work. Let's select the master, and so this is our audio output to the Motu. So it's sending right to the sound interface, the audio interface, like it's supposed to. These are all inputs, and then outputs. Let's go to this. So that doesn't seem to do anything there. So if I switch this, it changes the output. The output goes to 6 here. The output goes to 5 here. 4 there. How's it going, Celestial? Anyway, I guess what I'll do is I'll put the music back on. Well, until I can figure out how to get these kicks and all the music I'm making to actually come through, we're going to put it on hold. But I do see a small interest and enough to for 15 minutes at a time go through and mess around with Cakewalk and some other DAWs. Maybe I'll buy Fruity Loops. I think I'll just pick up Fruity Loops. And we'll call this one, I've just been putting them as the date, 7/14/2020, messing around with stream. And see, once again, this doesn't really turn into anything we're going to share, but it's a little bit of practice. And I make tons of like that stuff. But hopefully we'll be able to make something more advanced and some actually really good music. I would love to make like some sick hip-hop beats. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that, but I'll definitely try and try to make some sick beats. I remember when I first started learning how to edit music and stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a rapper. And then I realized I suck at memorizing lyrics. I suck at writing lyrics.
Delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, I'm not a really good editor, so I don't have a good singing ability. I can keep a tune, carry a tune at best. Yeah, like mediocre at like all the things. I'm like, maybe music isn't for me. But it's fun, and I still have fun. I have a blast with it. And the great thing is I have just as much skill as I need to make video game music, like 1-minute tracks for a certain beat, so I'll be able to do some video game music for sure, and then hopefully work on some really sick hip-hop beats in the future. Alan says check out my music on his channel. And I make all the music for animations, but I use Studio One most of the time. Also on hip hop. Also do hip hop, rap, symphonic orchestra, film style, and of course game music. Yep, cool. Thank you, Alan, Dan. That's gonna do it for today's live stream. Fantastic, everybody. Thank you for coming and hanging out and messing around. We did some random stuff today. We messed around with Cakewalk and figured out that I'm not sending the sounds out, unfortunately. I don't understand why, but I'll try to get that fixed. I didn't do anything in effects here, but once again, we've kind of figured out that it's okay to explore through different softwares a little bit at a time and learn them, and it's not gonna be too hard for you to learn effects here. It'll just take a day. Read some instructions. It comes with good documentation. It's kind of hard to read some of the documentation, so you might want to watch my wife's videos. T's got some great videos on basic instruction and like how to quickly whip up a few really good animations, and she's going to be putting out more, and we'll post them right here on this channel, so stay tuned.
I'm just going through the tutorial section on Effectseer website because people say, like, a lot of people are visual learners, and so reading a tutorial is a little more difficult than watching a video.
Yeah.
So I'm just translating the tutorial to video format, essentially.
Especially since it was a Japanese translated to English tutorial, and some of the words that were picked were like kind of confusing.
Or funny.
Or funny, yeah. You should definitely read it. Just read it. Okay, I wanted to...
Oh, speaking of a day, by the way, this reminded me when you said something about a day. There's only one day left, so if you want to put a submission and do it, you got 24 hours.
Yes.
You could do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, that's all you got. One day, submit your thing to win it. Submit it to win it. I'm going to load up the default Spark animation too, and we're going to spam this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I loaded it from the wrong spot. Okay, because I these are the official ones. Here we go. Yeah. You guys can hear that though, can't you? Let me turn it down. Like way down. There we go. Let's just bring it down more. Wow, it's loud. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. That's in 3D, so it actually looks pretty good in 3D. Cool. The default Spark animation is 2D and 3D. There's the 2D. And then here's the 3D. I made all of these sound effects with my mouth. I was like...
True.
Yeah. I can't win, but go rate mine. Submit yours. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm going to read off the names of the chat now, and we're going to end the live stream. Thank you, Alon Dan, for tuning in and talking, trying to help me figure out what's going on. I'll bring down the volume of this just a little bit more. There we go. Yorkshire Pudding, thank you for being here. Skepsis D, Celestial Vengeance, Wrath of Wood, Yorkshire Pudding, Smo Valadorn, Vino, thank you for being here, everybody. Waiting for all the chat comments like Drifty, make a song that goes hum 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 ba da ba da hum ba da dum. You know, like that one. Thank you for being here, Vino. Anybody who's lurking, who doesn't want to say anything, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Death Star Cool, I see you there. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody who I just miss, apologize, but thank you for being here. JD Goldvox Voxcast. Hey, how's it going? Is it just me, or is the audio coming from one side? I think it's just you on this one. The audio came from one side years ago, and I can't escape it. DVD, thank you for tuning in. Corey Davis, always a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats. The first time I got Fruity Loops was from LimeWire back in the day. I had all the new versions. Yeah, I remember LimeWire. It was a bunch of like pirated stuff.
Oh yeah, my grandmother was like, "You can get music for free on LimeWire." She's like way more tech savvy than me. Like 15 years before I even learned what software was. Your grandma
taught you about LimeWire?
She was trying to get me to pirate music from LimeWire.
Bruh.
Before I even knew how to make an account for an email.
T's a late bloomer. Life is Cancer, Wrath of Wood, Vino, Smooth Boy 06, Corey Davis, Yorkshire Pudding, Skepsis D, Edgar Lagsons, Smooth Boy 06, Super Nerdy, thank you so much. Everybody, for being here. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Red Mage Gaming, I see you there. Who else? There's some... Human, I see a Human. Thank you for tuning in. Warp Enigma, of course. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Rose... Reveries, thank you so much for tuning in and saying Wi-Fi, because we got to have that. T, of course, thank you for tuning in. Love you, honey. Cloud the Wolf, thank you for being here. Frank Weber, and anybody else. All right, guys, catch us tomorrow, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why I said that as if it was a question. Indigo babies, thank you.
Are
So
we
PM.
going to? Is it real? Is it real?
I was like, are we streaming at 2 in the morning? No, it's PM.
Is life real?
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you. Bye. Love
Bye.
y'all. Come join us on the Discord if you'd like us to play your game on stream. That's the reward for the $20 tier on our Patreon. Links in the description below. Bye-bye.
Bye.